I wanted to come on here today to talk about confidence and how I've personally come to find it and build it up in myself. And so I wanted to talk about the first quote here that means so much to me is you don't build confidence by shouting affirmations in the mirror, but by having an undeniable stack of proof that you are who you say you are. Outwork your self-doubt. And now this is a quote by Alex Hormozy, and it honestly just hits deep every time I say it. Because confidence comes from experience and it's founded in reality, you know? It comes from doing the work, finding your why, negating your ego, and having a profound sense of self. And I know that I can just say these words and it sounds so easy, but truly listen, just listen. Confidence is an honest understanding of our strengths and weaknesses, and it reveals the path to inner glory. It's the freedom to set your own standards and unshackle yourself from the need to prove yourself. This is such a true thing. You know, I think that so often in life we're so focused on proving ourselves to others and, trying to be this ideal person for other people because we're scared of being judged, putting on this false bravado and just being someone who you're not. And you go to bed and you're like, oh, I just don't feel good about myself because you're not being authentic, you know? The truth is, there's always going to be people around you who are going to hate on you. There's always going to be someone who has something to say about what you're doing. I mean, for me, for example, at the start, I was kind of timid of making videos because I was scared that people were going to judge me. I'm scared of putting myself out there. But one thing you got to realize is that our time on this earth is so finite, right? We don't have an infinite amount of time. Time is the only thing in the world, is the only resource that we cannot create more of or we cannot get back. So we have to be our real selves in every moment in order to create this true confidence and embracing who you are, because when you understand what you are capable of and you understand who you are, your strength and your weaknesses, well, then you can start to work on yourself and you can start to, have that true sense of self-discovery. It's taking a hard look at where you are in the moment, and it's understanding, what can I do? What challenge does this task bring? And where your weaknesses might lie. And it's being humble and wise enough to acknowledge your strength and your weaknesses. Because at the end of the day, all we have is ourselves. So I don't care about what people think about me. I don't care about the negativity in this world. Even these videos, I do them for myself at the end of the day, because when I can look back on them, it just brings me a sense of peace. So the first thing I wanted to talk about building that self-confidence is lower the bar and raise the roof. Now, this is kind of an interesting one, because it's one thing I started a couple years ago, and it's one thing that's really helped me. So when you lower the bar and you raise the roof, it's a minimum expectations. And so for me, what I've done recently is I wrote an agreement and I put everything I want to do on a daily basis that I know I can do no matter what. If that's reading 10 pages of a book, going for a walk around the block, getting some exercise, having a chat with myself, doing whatever I need to do, is a minimum expectation that every day, no matter how I'm feeling, it allows on those days where everything's clicking to exceed. But when we're not feeling as great, it's like, okay, I can still do this. And it's like when you say it, you don't gain confidence by shouting affirmations in the mirror, but by having an undeniable stack of proof that you are who you say you are. That's exactly that. An undeniable stack of proof that, hey, I made this agreement with myself. I kept this promise to myself. I'm going to continue on. And every day I know that I can do the bare minimum, which is just this. It's just that. And I like this quote. It says, shoot for improving your best average, The aim is to be consistent, setting a standard, embracing reality, understanding what our strengths are, what our weaknesses are. Again, all those things I've just said earlier. But it's such a true thing. Like when we shoot to, hey, I'm gonna hit this standard every single day. Oh, I feel really good this day? Let me do more. But at least when I feel crummy or, whatever, I have this bar that I need to hit in order for me to be like, okay, you're a bad boy. Second one is just shed perfection and embrace who you are. And as I was talking about, it's embracing your weaknesses. Like none of us are perfect. None of us. And I'm always working on stuff and you're always working on stuff. And I think that as human beings, we have to be able to go into our weaknesses and to learn from them and to acknowledge them and to say, hey, I can start working on it. Because it's when we try to hide our insecurities that they can be exploited. And that's so true. Like, man, when you are like, oh, like you can't lie to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have that conversation face to face with yourself in your own head. And you're going to be like, okay, this is true. And there's some truth behind it. And that's okay, right? None of us are perfect. It's an ego thing. We can learn from it, though. And we can have a secure sense of self when we acknowledge it. And we can be like, okay, I know I need to work on this. It's a part of my identity. It's a flexible identity, not a rigid identity. And that's a good one as well. We have to be able to change. We can't just be this solid person, because then when push comes to shove and we need to change, we get insecure and then we stay in our old ways, if that makes sense. We have to acknowledge what we need to work on and we need to do it. Third of all, for confidence is trusting in your training. True confidence is found in doing the work. And it's that sense of I've been here before. And it's that sense of, I can keep on going at it. Like giving yourself a chance to be who you are. And I know it can be hard. It can. But we need to continue on this path. Because it's not going to be easy. But confidence is important to be able to perform at our best. It's not a fake confidence. It's a true confidence founded in the work, founded in reality, founded in who you are as a person, founded on where you need to work, founded on your insecurities, and to how to change those insecurities into strength. Especially when we can't control our insecurities. Especially when we have this outside noise and our ego telling us that people are judging us. No. Gain perspective on who you are. Dive deep into who you are, into what makes you happy. It's doing difficult things. It's sometimes failing, but seeing where you lie and then going back to work. And there is no such thing as failure if you're willing to get up and keep it going. There is no such thing as failure, because success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to do the best that you are capable of becoming. It's doing your work, doing it well. Recognition and rewards, those are all extra. Do it for you, because that's what it takes to improve. That's the journey. Be where you are. Stay grounded. Remember your why. Remember your oath to self. And keep persisting. No matter what, make yourself able to gain perspective on who you are and to give yourself a choice. Do your work. That's enough. Keep it pushing. Have a great day. Thanks for watching if you did. If you made it all the way through, I know this longer video. I know I haven't been posting as much, but I wanted to come on here today and, just express that, because one thing I've been really grateful for is my identity and who I'm becoming, and the fact that I'm able to create confidence in myself because I'm doing hard work. And I think that we can all do it, which is why I came on here today. Just take a second to widen your perspective a little bit and to just hear me out, So yeah, take care of yourself. Future Jack, if you're watching this, keep going. Yeah, keep persisting, recognize who you are, and build upon that.